Kaya Lester, kung alam mo, kailangan mo ng advice sa real estate. Talagang ang mga payo ni Leejay, no, very substantial naman. He'll point you in the right direction.
Yes.
Kasi kumbaga naisip ko rin na I realized on my latter part of doing this job na it's my responsibility also to my clients to keep them informed on what markets they can take advantage on.
That's true. So, for the 6 years that you were in Ayala Land, and siguro you say 3 years, Ayala Land, the domestic company, domestic company tuloy. Okay, so the local company that handled all the domestic sales, then 3 years then on the
international.
Okay, so my question is, what made you decide na okay, baka it's time to do it on our own?
Yeah, kasi it's also a tough job, and I was at that time getting married.
Ay, alam ko yan. Alam ko yan.
Di ba?
Oo. Alam mo. Anyway, ikaw na lang. Anyway, you're getting married.
So, naisip ko, just to share, kasi dalawa.
Okay, go ahead.
Actually, Lester.
Yes.
Ganito yun eh. The reason why I transferred to sales was because I got engaged that time when I was younger. I was 27 that time. Okay. So I want to venture into sales kasi I want to save up for my own marriage. That's why I transferred to Ayala.
Naalala ko yan. Andun pa ako na. Okay.
So, pero apparently we didn't end up together. So, and that's also where I met my wife.
Okay.
So, moving forward.
Moving forward. Wala moving forward. Balik mo tayo.
Of course, I love my wife.
Really quick. We're just sharing. It doesn't mean naman na we're delving back just because we want to make something out of it. So, bottom line, hindi kasi yung objective mo was very good, no? It was very well-intentioned, no? So you went into real estate because you wanted to settle down.
Wanted to yes, exactly. To settle down and save up for my own marriage.
Okay.
So, and sales is, one of the most lucrative jobs that time.
Yes. So you went in there just to handle the financial aspect.
Yeah, the financial aspect. And I didn't realize that will be my career.
Nga. Pero unfortunately, on that personal side, once you accomplish the financial aspect, the personal side of things didn't work out. Kasi naman, God had bigger plans for you eh. That's true. Because, hi Karen. Because, di mo pala alam na one of your teammates,
yung pala rin mapapangasawa.
Yun yung naging future.
Syempre, mending, di ba? Pero hindi agad naging kami hindi agad ako nanligaw kay Karen that time. So, pero I ended up with a teammate nga.
Ang galing Gusto mo i-share yung love story mo?
Hindi na. Pero that's also the reason kung why I actually mabigat yung loob ko noon in leaving yung international sales kasi it has been my life eh. And at that time I was at the part of my career that my boss is telling me that I'll be handling people, you'll be handling territories.
So parang nag-team lead ka pala sa LEC?
Yeah, kasi apparently assistant team leader ako nung bago na ako umalis. So my boss that time, our general manager, which I love so much, Miss Anna.
Andun pa siya?
Actually, she's still the general manager in LEC. And I was kumbaga, she was telling me, pero alam ko that time, October pa lang yon, she was talking to me and pero sabi ko talagang by December, I need to tell you this, Miss A. Pero I don't wanna burst your bubble, di ba? Ayoko naman na.
So that's when you decided na
kasi it was a tough job na kumbaga it requires time. That time, you need to be deployed at least mga 8 months in a year.
Wow.
So
technically 1 whole year na rin.
Yeah, pagka-uwi mo, kailangan mo lang, you need to, like for a month, 2 months, then you'll be deployed again in another country.
Parang sundalo talaga, no?
Yeah, and whenever you don't reach your quota, there are repercussions to that.
Okay, sorry. Iba yung sa Ayala Land na local, you deal with the domestic clients.
Yeah.
Ano repercussions sa LEC pag hindi ka nakabenta?
Actually, also, to tell the ones na who are, kumbaga, planning venture,
or hoping,
to work for this kind of field, kasi it's really quite beneficial, especially if you're single.
That's true.
Kasi you could go places, di ba? You could go a lot of places. Pero it requires a lot of job also and responsibility. Kasi if you don't meet your quota,
what happens?
Kasi these developers will give you allowances.
Okay.
Like for housing allowance, for presentation allowance. So basically, you're all covered, even your plane ticket.
Okay.
But they will ask a certain quota from you to match that expense that they're going to give you.
Yes.
So basically, if you don't reach a certain amount of quota and you say probably sell about only 50% of the amount of your quota. So
yes.
The amount of expense that they gave you will be,
So you stay longer, parang gano'n?
No, they will deduct it from your commission, from your receivable.
Alright.
Sakit
Wow.
Yeah, So basically, if you're gonna receive a commission of 120,000, say for an account,
minus
and you
fare.
don't reach the 10 million quota, you will only be getting the 20,000 from your 120,000 commission.
Grabe, naalala ko, daunting talaga ang mga goals yung mga sales goals.
Yeah, kasi sales is, kumbaga, really, you should be target oriented.
That's
diba?
That's true. Yan din sinasabi ko sa sales dun sa teddysage, no?
Yeah.
Kailangan talaga target oriented ka.
Yeah, of course. You have to deliver the numbers.
You have to deliver everything that you promised.
Yeah.
You have to deliver. And if you don't, goodbye.
Yeah.
Ganun talaga eh.
Ganun talaga. Well, that's sales, di ba?
Kahit saang sales ka pumunta sa mundo.
It means you're not up for it. Kung hindi mo maabot yung di ba, what you can deliver.
You never make promises you cannot
you should
deliver.
never make promises that you can't deliver. It's better to undercommit and over-deliver.
That's true. Yan ang trick all the time.
Yeah.
You undercommit muna.
Yeah, so nobody will give a lot of expectations to you, di ba?
You level the expectations. You manage it first, no? Okay. So after LEC, he decided.
Yeah, I decided to venture on our own and open up our own brokerage.
Okay. So
Kasi I'll be starting my family, so I want to see my kids grow. That's one of the most important things for me. So I really decided on
it's time to
move on and have things on my own.
Pero ang bigat to...
Yeah, it was a tough jump at the start.
Pero you did it with friends.
Yeah, I did it with 8 friends that time. 8 friends. We were 8 incorporators noon.
Okay.
But right now, actually, we're already 7 na lang kaming partners.
Nabawasan kayo?
Yeah, may redundancy. So basically
gotcha.
so one of our partners actually stepped down.
Okay.
Para lang yung redundancy.
Pero how was it? How was it when the jump from LEC to your own firm?
Yeah. Actually, one thing also, kasi that time I already have a license. I'm already a licensed real estate broker when I was Ayala Land International.
Okay.
But I realized that I have a license, but I basically don't even know how to transfer a title. So
okay. Thank you for bringing that up. But go ahead, sige.
Yeah, and that's also one reason why I decided to venture into brokerage.
Okay.
Primarily learn the ropes along the way.
Okay. So I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Just the very, very basic procedure.
Mm-hmm.
So ano ba yung process ng pagbili ng isang property? So let's say Lester already has the money.
Yeah.
No? Okay. So ayan, nabigay niya na yung bayad. Let's say X amount.
Yeah.
What's the next step ba? Paano ba yan usually? Kasi hindi pa alam ng mga millennials kung paano yung procedure sa ganyan.
Okay. Actually, dalawa eh. The question is first, is this a pre-selling property or a resale property?
Thank you. Sige, sabihin natin pre-selling para mas mura.
Pag pre-selling, kumbaga, after making a reservation.
Sorry to interject.
Yeah.
Can you define what pre-selling is? Baka meron kasi hindi nakakaalam kung ano ang pre-selling property. Okay.
Pre-selling properties are basically off-the-plan properties na are under developers. Kumbaga, developer brands. These are developer brands. Kumbaga, these are brand new condominiums and brand new villages.
Okay.
That's why they call it the pre-selling. Kasi it's all new.
But pag pre-selling, it's non-existent yet.
non-existent yet. Those are kumbaga raw lands that are being developed into villages and kumbaga high-rise condominiums or office buildings.
So gaano ka yung turnaround time ng pre-selling or bago siya mabuo, usually how long?
Usually for land and houses, it takes about from launching, from what I've seen.
Okay.
It takes 5 years for them to turn over.
Years.
Yeah. The maximum is 5 years for you to turn over the first phase.
Okay. For condos.
Pero actually, iba nga ngayon, they're turning over in 24 months na lang eh.
Wow.
Other land and houses.
2 years.
And one thing also is, pag bumibili ka ng land and houses, mas maigsi ang payment term niya lagi than condominiums. Kasi ngayon, kumbaga, mas mabilis mag-turnover. Lalo na yung mga residential villages who doesn't have houses. Kumbaga, that are being sold only for residential lots alone. Those projects actually, they finish even 2 years, 3 years max.
Okay.
Kasi some even sell for only a year for the whole village.
Wow. Okay.
Get sold out for a year.
So pre-selling kapag land or house property, minsan 24 months to 5 years.
24 months to 5 years. For condominiums, most condominiums are being built for 3-5 years.
3 to 5 years ang completion date.
Yeah, completion date. So you can amortize condominiums for 3 to 5 years.
Okay. So let's go back to that. So kung may bibili ng pre-selling property, andyan na yung pera, kompleto na, he wants to make, let's say full payment na lang just to make it more simple. Okay. So full payment, ano ba yung process?
Okay. If you'll be paying in cash, you gonna get a quite amount of discount for that.
But ano yung usually discount dyan?
Ang discount ranges from I saw from 4 to 15%. Depending on different developers.
Okay.
Pero right now most developers are offering actually 13% to 15% discount if you're a local Filipino buyer.
Okay. Laki din
Yeah, kasi the price has gone up recently, but they're giving generous discounts right now for local Filipinos.
Okay.
Or even Filipinos who are based abroad who has Philippine passports.
Okay.
They can be eligible for this.
Sana may 1 free bedroom, mga ganun, no? Pero wala eh, no? Wala. Okay. So you get a discount. So bibili ka na ng pre-selling. Okay.
Yeah, pre-selling.
I have all the money, so you get a 15.
First step is you reserve a unit and make sure the unit is reserved under your name. So that they can prepare the documentation for those, like the contract to sell and deed of sale.
Ano ba yung yan mga gusto kita, no? Ano ba yung contract to sell at ano ba yung deed of sale?
Basically, if you'll be buying in cash, the only form that you'll be needing to sign is the deed of sale. But if you're gonna buy a property under terms, like if you're gonna amortize it for 2, 3, 5 year on a 5-year term, you need to sign a contract to sell.
Okay.
It signifies it's a notarized document. It's a notarized legal document that represents your agreement with the developer that you're under this kind of payment term and that you had both agreed that this unit will be particularly yours till the time of its turnover.
Okay.
And the title will be conveyed and transferred to you at the time of your full payment and the delivery of the project.
Okay. So, ang difference lang, if I understood correctly, ang deed of sale, kapag bayad ka na agad in full.
In full, kasi you don't need to pay any amortizations anymore.
Okay. So, pag may deed of sale ka, wala ka ng CTS, wala ka ng contract to sell.
Well, you don't need any contract to sell anymore.
So, yung contract to sell, kapag terms ka.
Yeah, if you're gonna take it in terms.
Kapag 2 gives, 3 gives, mga ganyan.
Exactly.
No? So, pag may contract to sell ka, do you also does that mean you have a deed of sale?
Yeah, you would have a deed of sale at the end of the term.
At the end pa. Okay, wag nyo muna hanapin agad yung deed of sale. Nagpa-first payment pa lang kayo Wala pang deed of sale.
Especially kung terms ang kukunin natin.
So sa dulo na, pag pa-full payment na kayo, doon ngayon papasok yung deed of sale.
And actually, one thing that I would also advise, maybe if we have viewers na who are clients na minsan, they take time in signing their contract to sell before they return it to the developer and have it notarized.
Okay. Is that a bad move?
Actually, for me, yes. Kasi yan yung legal document that you're holding on to.
Okay.
And as a proof that you're giving this developer money to build the property that you bought.
Okay.
So basically, one thing is, if you fail to complete all your amortization, say before the end of your term, your business went down. And you're having a hard time already in paying everything off. So basically, if you have paid off more than 2 years, if your amortization, if you had paid more than 2 years, you're entitled to 50% discount. Basically, that's one of the laws here in our country. If you had paid amortizations more than 2 years, you're entitled to a 50% discount. That's a Maceda law, that's what they call it.
A 50% discount.
50% discount.
Okay.
That covers you like those once under contract to sell document.
So for contract to sell, and you were very diligent in paying, and you completed 24 months. You're entitled to that discount.
All payments, in excess also. Kumbaga 50%. Kasi by standards, if kung hindi ka umabot ng 2 years. Legally, the developer can forfeit all your payments.
Kung hindi ka umabot ng 2 years. Kapag bungi-bungi ang pagbabayad mo, pwede ka talaga forfeit.
Developers can legally forfeit all your payments.
That's legally tama yun? They can do that?
Yeah, actually.
Okay.
Yes.
Pero if
Kasi it's within your contract.
It's stated. There's a stipulation.
There should always be a stipulation, even on the reservation form, on the contract to sell. You would see it always there.
Okay, so Lester, pag kailangan magbayad ka talaga ng tuloy-tuloy. Pag hindi ka...
Pabuti mo na ng 2 years, Lester.
Pabuti mo ng 2 years.
Para tayo ng discount.
Tapos nun, pag nakaabot ka ng 2 years...
you'll be entitled to a 50% refund. Refund of all your payments made.
Okay.
So, yun. Pero kung hindi ka maka 2 years and above, wala. The developer will forfeit your...
Okay. So, yung 50% refund is upon completion on the 24 months, tama?
Yeah.
Okay.
But not exceeding 90%.
Okay. Not exceeding 90%.
Kasi may bracket yun eh. Not exceeding 90% of the total amounts you paid.
Okay, sorry. I'm medyo I got a little lost. Yung Maceda law, if you can't continue anymore, you will get...
Kumbaga, you'll be... If you had made payments for the last 2 years already, you'll be entitled
50% refund. Copy. Okay, I understand.
Especially if you had already paid, sabihin natin 4 years. 5-year yung term mo. So basically, mas malaki na yung pera mong nailabas.
That's true.
So minsan, may bracket na minsan tumataas pa than 50%.
Okay.
Kumbaga, you can get 70%, 80% refund.
Marami ba nangyayari ganyan?
Wala Pero kadalasan, may ibang developer nga talaga hindi nagre-refund. Pero may ibang developer, they really do refunds.
Okay.
Especially if in dire need yung client, especially for emergency like sickness or whatever.
Pero sa clients, maraming ganyan na hindi nakakatuloy.
We had experience. We had experience like those. Na talagang clients namin, and we represent them to the developer. That's also one thing kasi especially for buyers. Minsan mahirap pag wala na silang agents at kailangan nila ng ganyan na problem. Wala na yung mga agents nila.
Ay, sakit
That's
sa ulo.
That's one problem. Pero kami, since eto na yung career namin, talagang we do the whole 9 yards. Talagang tinutulungan namin sila mag-file sa developer ng refund. Tapos nagsusupport kami ng mga documents about yan, yung mga Maceda law naman. Baka
you can assist. You can assist
our client.
In the refund. Pero so I guess this really happens, no?
Ayala nga before, may client, special client, actually may client kami nun before, talaga naman yung reason niya is talaga nakakahabag ng puso.
Nako.
Actually, the developer even gave 90% refund.
90%? Wow.
90%. Actually, that's the most generous refund na na-encounter ko in my real estate years.
Must have been a very, very special case. Okay. So that's the Maceda law. So memory keepers, millennials, Gen Z, it's good to know what the Maceda law is. No? Para in the future, once you make investments, alam nyo din. Okay. So yun din yung contract to sell. Ang contract to sell means when you give full payment,
actually, it's your protection while you're paying in terms. Ang contract to sell.
Ay, sorry pala. Ang contract to sell is when you pay in terms.
In terms. Pero yung deed of sale is the legal document na
when you pay in full.
When you're already paid in full and the title will be conveyed to your name.
Okay. So kung terms kayo magbayad, wag niyo munang kulitin yung agent nyo for the deed of sale.
Yeah,
Wala
exactly.
pa.
May proseso yan.
May proseso yan.
And the agent should, explain everything to their client.
Okay. So let's just say, ayan, nagbayad na si Lester, no? Asa kanya na yung deed of sale niya. Okay. Does that mean automatically he'll get the title to the property? Paano ba process ng ganyan?
Yeah. Kung sabihin natin, you bought the property at the time that it will be already turned over.
Yes.
Kaya wala nang available terms.
Oo.
And you're now paying in cash. So, in that case of scenario, pwede natin i-request din sa developer na kumbaga pagka-sign ko ng deed of sale, kumbaga afterwards would be the unit turnover already.
Okay, so sorry, ang unit turnover means ibibigay na sa iyo.
Yeah, ibibigay na sa iyo yung unit kahit wala pang title.
Okay, so
kumbaga habang
inaayos
pa yung title on your name.
Okay. So not automatic.
It's not really automatic na pagka turnover ng property, ito turnover din sa iyo at the same time yung title.
Oo. So how long usually before you get the title?
It usually takes about 3-6 months.
Wow, ang tagal naman.
Ganun talaga eh. Lalo na pag bulk kasi you need to incorporate like for a condominium.
Okay.
You need to incorporate all unit owners.
That's true.
Bago mo pala mai-convey yung title on the lot.
Oo.
Tapos after nun, kapag na-incorporate mo na sa Articles of Incorporation yung lahat ng unit owners, at saka ka pala makakagawa ng condominium title. So it really takes time.
Question lang. Pag ikaw ba bumili ng condo, so you have a unit, you also have a stake on the land?
Yeah, on the land. Kasi there was a law that was passed back in the late 90s na reprimanding all developers. If you're gonna develop a condominium, the lot should be in perpetual ownership of the building owners.
The unit owners.
Yeah, the unit owners.
So
that's the purpose of why you need to incorporate all the unit owners in a condominium.
Okay.
So on the land.
So yung mga bumili naman ng unit, wag naman kayong feeling na sa inyo na yung lupa because that's a collective.
That's shared, collectively.
Collective ownership siya. Kasi baka mamaya may magtayo na ng sariling negosyo, magtayo na
sa tabi ng swimming pool, magbenta ka ng mga
maglagay ng potato corner, 'di ba? Hindi niyo po kailangan by voting din
by
yan.
Voting yan. And syempre, parang isa kayong association.
Isang association. Okay, so deed of sale and then 3 to 6 months after you get your
title.
Your title.
Pero usually after deed of sale, the turnover of the unit commences or yung turnover of the lot na pwede ka na mag-build ng sarili mong bahay.
Okay. So we get the basics of how to do it. For the young ones naman, just as we wind down, for the young ones na kagaya ni Lester na nag-uumpisa pa lang, ano ba yung pwede mong ma-recommend na property sa kanila? Kasi alam mo si Lester, ang laki ng sweldo niyan.
Wow.
Kunyari, malaki ang sweldo. Kunyari.
Lester, papapirmahin kita kanina. Mamaya.
Kunyari lang yun.
Kunyari lang. Baka may mga BIR na nanonood. This is all said in jest. No? Nagbibiroan lang kami dito. So, ano ba yung mga for first job, or makakabili ba sila? Are there properties? Hindi naman kailangan sa Central Business District.
Actually, yes. Meron sila mabibili. Kasi actually, luckily for the younger generation nowadays, they have a better paying grade than during our time.
That's true.
So basically, for the ones who are earning about 30,000-50,000 pesos, you can already afford the property.
Okay.
One brand, most brands that I would talk about, maybe SM, Amaya, DMCI.
Sorry, let me go back to that. You were saying ano yung pay grade?
Like say if you're earning about 30,000-50,000 per month.
Okay.
You can already own properties such as brands like Amaya, SM.
Okay. Ano naman yung Amaya and SM, those are two different developers,
Yeah,
ba?
those are two different developers.
Okay.
But they offer very friendly terms, as much as 10,000 per month.
10,000
Yeah,
per
to cover the payments for your equity before you loan a certain balance in the end.
Okay, simplihan natin lang ng konti. Baka mawala sila dun sa equity .
Okay.
So, 10,000 per month.
Yeah,
and
it's
then
10,000 per month. Say, there are developers who are offering a payment term, like for a condominium that will be developed in 3 years.
Okay.
These developers are offering very friendly terms.
Okay.
10,000 per month
10,000
on the
per
average,
month. Okay.
which you can pay for 3 years.
Okay.
But this will only cover about 20% of the list price of the unit.
Yun. Okay. So, ibig sabihin 10,000 per month, pero 20% lang yun
lang
nung total price.
Total price. So, these are condominium units that are averaging at the price of 1.5 million that time.
Okay.
Or mga 2 million.
Okay.
Mga 2 million list price.
Okay. So, paano naman yun? 20% pa lang. Bayad ka na ng bayad, 10,000.
10,000
tipid na
per
tipid
month.
ka na.
Yeah.
Oo. Tapos
yung 80% balance after your 3-year term,
okay.
you can loan it from the bank or you can even borrow in Pag-ibig.
Okay.
Some other developers have that facility that you could take out the loan, the lump sum amount via Pag-ibig.
Maglo-loan ka sa Pag-ibig.
Yeah, sa Pag-ibig.
Okay. Wise ba yun? Is that a smart move?
Actually,
Pag-ibig ba or you go to the bank?
There are two sides of the coin. Because
Okay.
one is, pag sa banko ka nagpunta, if you go to the bank, definitely they have a lower interest rate.
Yes. How much ba yung interest rate dyan?
Actually, right now, for an annual repricing, it's about 7%. But some of my bank contacts were telling me na they have been forecasting that actually
7.
BSP is losing it up to make the interest rates lower again.
Okay. So, ano ibig sabihin nun para, let's say, kay Lester? No?
Yeah.
So, 10,000 a month na siya.
Yeah.
20% lang pala yun.
Yeah.
So, yung bulk payment,
Yung 80%, sabihin natin, you loan it from the bank,
okay.
you can amortize it till you're 65 years old, basically.
Okay.
So, pero I would suggest to you, maybe get a 10-year term. Sabihin natin, if you buy a 2.7 million condominium, let's put a price para to make it easier.
Okay.
If you buy a 2.7 million property, you will make approximately a monthly amortization of about 15,000 pesos for 3 years to cover the 20%.
Okay.
So, by the time the 80% comes after the 3-year term, you can loan it from the bank, say 2 million pesos. You will be loaning it from the bank for, sabihin natin, payable in 10 years.
Okay.
Basically, for 10 years, your monthly amortization would likely fall around 20,000 per month.
Okay. So, yung 20,000 na yun, parang andun na yung patong nilang 7%.
Yeah, kasama na yung interest ng banko doon. Actually, if you're gonna lock it up for 10 years, ang interest rate nila yata is nasa 9% ngayon.
Nasa 9%.
Nasa 9.
Okay.
So basically, all covered na yun. Whatever happens to the market, you're already tied up with a 9% interest rate.
Hindi na siya tataas, hindi na siya bababa. Okay. So Lester now goes, okay, sige, I'll buy a unit.
Yeah.
Yung 20%, he'll pay for that in 3 years.
Yeah.
Na at the range of 10 to 15,000.
Yeah, 10 to 15,000 for down payment.
Okay.
Tapos, pag niloan mo siya, 10 years, approximately 20,000 per month lang din.
Yun, pagdating ngayon ng balloon payment doon sa 80,000.
Yeah.
80%.
80%
sa 80%.
balance, yeah.
Okay. So, he can go to the bank or go to Pag-ibig.
Pag-ibig to loan the 80% balance.
Okay.
Para bayaran na yung developer in full.
Oo.
At yung, kumbaga, yung drawaway bank mo, siyang babayaran mo in terms.
Okay. So, yung bangko magbabayad para sa'yo, tapos nun, isa-structure nila yung 80% mo na pwede mo siyang bayaran na 20,000 per month.
Yeah, for 10 years.
Okay. Yung 20,
So,
may ano na yun, may 9% interest na.
Yeah, may interest na yun. So, basically talaga, if you're earning as much as 50,000 nowadays, so sabihin natin kahit within the range of 35,000, 40,000, and you're still single,
Oo.
you can definitely invest on a property with the list price of that. Diba?
Yes.
Na nasa 2.7 million,
Okay.
2.5.
So at least at that time, unit owner ka na rin.
Yeah.
Diba?
And you're building already your asset.
Yes.
Diba? As long as you're still single. Kasi most properties are always cheaper when you're younger.
That's
diba?
true. That's true. And it's the best time to buy is when you're single.
When you're single. Kasi talagang as time goes by, properties do really appreciate. So basically, I actually, just to share, there's a project by Ayala Land in Taguig. It's a new business district that they're developing.
In Taguig?
In Taguig.
Okay.
If you're a buyer, if they launched that project back in 2016.
Okay.
So if you're one of the very first buyers in that area, they have studio units that time at 2.7 million a piece.
Okay.
But right now, 3 years after, since they have already, developed the roads already and there's ongoing construction and the mall will be open anytime soon, those 2.7 million condominiums are already going for 5 million today.
Wow.
So basically, if you have just amortized for the down payment, say for 15,000 per month for 3 years, right now, and if you have not fully paid your unit yet, right?
Yes.
So basically, if you're gonna sell it right now, you have only paid about 800,000 pesos.
Oo.
Pero kung maibenta mo siya today at sabihin natin 4.3 million, at least yung 700,000 mo, kumita ka na at least 1 million.
Not bad.
Diba? Not bad.
Not bad.
So kung kailangan mong, ngayon sabihin natin 3 years after, 2019, kailangan mo magpakasal.
Oo.
Dahil sa hinulog mong 800,000, diba? May 800,000 ka na plus 1 million pa.
That's good.
So you can definitely afford a decent wedding.
That's true.
Diba?
Alam na alam niya kasi
that's about 15,000 per month.
Inaral niya yan. Inaral niya yan.
Siyempre,
tinignan niya yan.
Para sa ekonomiya.
Oo, totoo yan. So, okay, Leech. Now, at least medyo naiintindihan na namin yung pinaka-basic transaction lang. Would you recommend the real estate industry or to be a real estate agent to the younger ones?
Of course. Ako I would. Okay. Definitely. At first, when I was starting, I was at a point na parang I hated my job. Kasi it's really, you know, it really takes a toll. You get burned out. But you know what? This is a character building field. Kumbaga, if you want to know who you really are, go into sales. That's what they say. Kasi talagang it's a
humbling experience.
Pero being in real estate, actually, it's actually it's compensating. And right now, we're in a brokerage. So I quite manage my time, my own time. So I have time for whatever I want to have to live a very balanced life. Kasi
that's true.
Actually, it's a premium nowadays to live a balanced life.
That's true.
Kumbaga, most of my friends in our generation are kumbaga, you're dragged by the day to do all the jobs that you need to accomplish. Diba?
So somehow can you say you also at least control somewhat? No, I'm not saying completely. You somewhat control your time kasi
of course.
Mas maraming free time.
You can have your own, kumbaga, you can dictate your time kung how many hours you would like to dedicate for your free time. Pero the more you dedicate more of your time to free time,
nawawala na kliyente.
Yes, kumbaga you would have losses in the end.
Okay.
It's like doing in business, di ba? You have to forecast everything by the year.
That's true. And with anything in life, talagang the bulk of the heavy work, heavy lifting, nasa umpisa talaga.
Nasa umpisa lang.
Nasa umpisa. Kaya sometimes people are wondering, especially for us startup business, they're wondering how come you don't have a lot of free time. Because the bulk of all of the heavy lifting is done in the beginning. Once established na, medyo you control your free time.
Exactly.
Okay. So, is there a college course or a special course that you have to take?
Yeah, during our days, if you're a college graduate, you can take the PRC's exam for you to be a licensed broker.
Okay.
But since I can't remember, but I think it was 2016 when PRC gave the opportunity for a 4-year graduate student to be a licensed broker and just take the exam, because after 2016 you need to take for you to be a licensed broker you need to take a 4-year course in college already.
Okay. Is that any 4-year course or?
Yeah, it's already a 4-year course right now that are being offered in universities.
Okay, so specific na real estate.
Yeah, it's very specific because it's like a professional job. It's like a professional thing that you should do.
Okay. So what's the course? Ano bang what's the name of the course? Para alam
real
nila.
Estate, it's maybe Real Estate Service Act or maybe.
Okay, so it's there. Basta real estate, and it's already a course in college that you can take.
That you can take for you if you want to be a licensed broker.
Okay, pero pwede ka pa rin mag-real estate agent kahit hindi ka.
Yeah. All you need is 20 credit units.
You still have to take it. Kasi nung time natin, hindi.
Yeah, no. So but right now, you need to have at least 20 credit units in college and like CPD course, CPD seminars. Like
what's CPD? Sorry.
Continuing Professional Development.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so at least you need 20 units.
20 units of that and 20 units in college if you're an undergrad.
Okay.
If you're an undergrad in college, you can still basically be a salesman. Registered salesman.
Alam mo ba kung saan nila pwede ma-research in details yan? Sa PRC, you were saying?
Yeah, in PRC. You can check that out in PRC. And actually, you will know this basically if kung papasok ka sa in-house ng isang developer.
Okay.
Because actually, in-house agents are now being reprimanded to undergo those. Like,
you need a license.
Yeah, and accreditation with HLURB.
Grabe. Mas matindi na ang filtering ngayon, no?
Kasi they will fine you for I think 200,000 if you're practicing real estate
without a license.
Or even without accreditations with the HLURB.
Grabe, it's more complex now, no?
Yeah.
You know what, Leej? Ang broad ng real estate, no? Ang dami talagang pwedeng pag-usapan pa. And right now, we're just on the tip of the iceberg, ika nga, no? So, I want to talk about a lot more things, but I think at this point, medyo we're already running at an hour, no? Leej, I hope if wag ka naman magsawa sa amin.
Of course not.
If we decide to if actually not we, but if you have some free time again, because I'm sure once we post this, marami magiging questions eh.
Yeah.
And once we have all those follow-up questions, I hope you can come back and be a guest again.
Of course, no problem.
All right. So just for your parting words, just to encourage the young ones, if they still want to be a part of the real estate industry, what would you tell them ba? Na, as you were saying a while ago, maganda talaga ang very... this is an industry lucrative na you can start your life.
Yeah.
No?
You can make a proper living being in real estate. Actually, to advise our viewers na for aspiring agents.
Ito na yung recruitment pitch mo. Ito na. Para
by the way, we're accrediting associates.
Yun. Okay, sige. We'll flash it, Leejay.
Yeah.
Sige. Ano ang iyong recruitment spiel for the... Ang daming magagaling ang mga bata ngayon.
Yeah, ang daming magagaling na bata.
Oo.
Maybe one thing that I would advise them is basically just kumbaga if you're gonna venture into real estate sales, one basic advantage that you could have is learning the ropes of investing in properties.
Okay.
Kasi that's one of the things that we will need.
Yes.
As long as you age. Kasi you should also learn kumbaga how to save and make your savings earn for you. Like investing. Through investing. So basically, that's one thing. Inherent thing that you will learn by being in this field. Especially you investing in properties, kung paano ka kikita in properties.
Okay, so if they go into the field, mas matututo lang, they will learn more about investing.
Yeah, investing. Na by the time that you retire, ang papaikutin mo na lang nakita is yung mga na-invest mo sa properties.
Okay. So if you have any real estate questions, we'll put a link in the description, and then you can ask Leejay. Would you prefer Facebook or Instagram ba?
I mostly use Facebook.
Facebook. Okay, sige. We'll put a link on Leejay's account on his Facebook. We'll put it in the description. But if you want to ask questions, just comment first. Comment below, and then we'll have Leejay for a second time.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Is there anything else, Lester, that you want to ask?
May natutunan. Ano ba natutunan mo, Mr. Lester?
Well, marami akong natutunan.
Mukhang marami naman siya natutunan. Shy pa lang yung mag-ask.
Hindi, pero marami akong natutunan, lalo na dun sa pagiging real estate nga. Na yung tungkol sa rejection din. And sa tingin ko nga magandang experience din to sa mga gustong mag-real estate.
Pero ikaw, bawal ka mag-apply, ha? Dito ka lang. Walang apply.
Huwag kang alis dito.
Pinutol agad yung compensation eh. Gusto ko sanang pakinggan eh. Baka mabago yung isip ko. Pero
hindi pwede. Hanggang dito ka lang. Huwag ka tatayo dyan.
Nung pinutol, yan na. Pero maganda yung natutunan ko dito. Since lalo na rin yung sa pag-hand nung title dun sa pag nakabili ka na ng property. Kasi marami ding ibang tao na parang pag hindi nila agad nakuha yung title, parang magtataka sila sa iyo na. So magandang bagay yun na nalaman natin dito sa Spill the Beans.
That's true.
But of course, you have to also be proactive in following up your title with the developers. Kasi talagang it really takes time and ilan yung ginagawa nila. So mas maganda rin nagfa-follow up ka para at least alam nilang they should give priority to
ano
you.
ba yung red flag dyan? Pag 24 months na wala pa sa yung titulo, medyo kabahan ka na.
Yeah, oo naman. Actually, dapat within, kung lumagpas ka na ng 8 months at wala pa, it's best for you to ask the developer kung asan yung title. Kasi by mandate of the law, kahit resale yan o pre-selling, it's the responsibility of the seller to transfer and convey the title to the buyer.
Okay.
So,
alright.
At least nalaman natin yun.
Okay. So, Leech, I hope we can have you for a second time.
Of course.
So for
anytime, teddysage.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for going to joining us here in Spill the Beans.
Yes.
It's been very educational, and actually I learned a lot as well, especially when it comes to the real estate industry. Okay. So someone please take me home.
So let's go home.
Let's go home.
Okay, okay. Thank you again, Leejay, for coming here.
Yes, Leejay Gonzales.
Yes.
Of 838 Elite.
Yes. So maraming salamat sa pagpunta, and I hope na marami kayong natutunan kay Leejay.
Yes. And until the next time, guys, if you have any questions, if there's anything that you want clarification on, so just comment below and we'll make sure that Leejay gets it, and hopefully he can come back for a second time.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, thank you, everyone. Thank you for watching Spill the Beans. Thank you.